Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a swatch video of my new Nude Huda Beauty palette. You may have seen it in my last video, and I only used maybe 3 or 4 of the colors, and I just wanted to show you the rest. I really do think that this is a beautiful, beautiful palette, and I know it's been out for a while, but just in case anybody's looking for a new palette and they want this. This goes for $65 US in Sephora stores or online. I definitely think it's worth the money. I think the quality is there. The pigmentation is definitely there. So I'm just going to go through all the colors quickly and swatch them for you. This is what the outside looks like. And when you open it up, there's a nice big mirror and then this little cover. All the names are right underneath, so I'm going to be starting from the top and working from my left to my right and then going down and doing the same thing. This palette has 3, 6, it has 11 mattes. I would say 1 regular shimmer and then 6 chunky shimmers, but they're all very beautiful for sure. So I'm going to start with the color Bare, and I use this as my brow bone highlight. I don't often use it as my inner corner highlight because it is, it's not a blinding color like you might like. So I'm going to swatch that on my hand, and I'm not sure how well you're going to be able to see it. It's kind of a pinky white color. All of these colors blend out beautifully. They feel almost like a creamy matte. And it is just a regular powder eyeshadow, but they are beautiful, beautiful colors. So like I said, I use this one for my brow bone highlight, but I do like to use something different for my inner corner. Nothing really that I find in this palette. The next color that I'm going to swatch is called Crave, and this is one of the chunky shimmers. And that's just one swatch. It's still smooth and very creamy, but it's definitely chunky compared to one of the shimmers in here. So that's that. It's kind of a peachy pink reflect. All right, the next color is called Play. And this is a very muted pink, a very peachy pink. It would pair very nicely with the last color that I swatched. Like I said, all the colors in this palette, they blend well. They're very creamy. It's definitely worth the money in my opinion. I actually do have 2 colors from this line of eyeshadows, or 2 palettes, excuse me. Alright, so the next color is called Fantasy, and that's another chunky shimmer. The next color is a matte. It's called Love Bite, and it's a very deep, beautiful purple. And of course, all of these colors do perform differently on the eye than they would your hand. However, like I said, beautiful colors. The pigmentation comes off very well. It doesn't necessarily take a lot of work to build it up, as long as you're using the correct brush, of course. The next color is called Spanked, and this is more of a mauvey purple. See the comparison between these 2 colors. This one is definitely more of a pinky pink color. This whole palette is definitely leaning towards the pinks and the purples, but there's so many muted colors in the palette that it can really work for multiple looks. This next color I've never used. It is called Lace, and it is a very light lavender shade. hopefully you guys can see the pigmentation. I'm just swirling my finger over the product once or twice and putting that on my hand, and it comes out with good pigmentation. Just imagine that on your eyes, a lot less effort than usual. Okay. The next color is called Daydream, and this would go very nicely with the lace color. It's the chunky shimmer, I would say, associated with that color. And I just put them kind of close together so you can see what they look like. The next color is called Tickle, and this was one of the main colors that I used in my previous video, if you guys have seen that. I'm gonna have to like start going right here so you guys can see them better. The next color is called Excite, and this is a very chunky glitter. I used this one, and the first time I used it, it got like all over my face. Now this one does not come out even like the rest of them because it is so chunky, so I do suggest, that was a bad spot to put it. I'm gonna, this is not as even as the rest of them. It's a beautiful, beautiful pink color. However, it's more of a top coat. You can't really use this and make it that opaque, and there's definitely fallout when you use that color, so I would probably do that before you do your foundation if you plan on using that color. I find that that's pretty much the only color that there was fallout from. That being said, I think it's definitely worth it. It is beautiful. Okay, next is called Infatuated, which is another chunky glitter. Same thing. I guess there's two. These are pretty similar, but if you can see, this one's definitely a lot darker in color, and this is a more muted pink. So I changed what I had to say. There's two chunky glitters that you should do before your foundation, because I made the mistake the first time and I had to pretty much redo my foundation under my eyes because it is so chunky. Next, I'm going to go in the shade Kinky, and this is a matte, but it's kind of a silky finish. One swipe of that, you can see this is a beautiful color, and it does have a bit of a shine to it, but I would still call it a matte. I love that color. If you could see, you know, there is, like I said, a lot of pinks, but there definitely are some muted colors, so you can really do a laid back look with this palette. It doesn't have to be over the top and crazy if you don't want it to be. So this palette is actually really cool because it has a concealer built into the palette. So I will still swatch that for you. It is a cream. It is not a powder, and it is, as you can see, you know, it's a concealer shade for lighter tone skin such as mine. So I think this is a really good idea to have in every palette, you know, to fix up your eyeliner as you go. So if you do your eyeliner, to fix up your eyeshadow if you get a little carried away, you know, just to bring it back. So there's only 5 colors left, guys. The next color is called Secret. I would definitely say this is more the purple. But what I love about these colors is that I feel like I love the mauve-y, like burgundy color range, and I feel like a lot of these colors have that, you know, in them. So the next 2 colors are a bit darker. We have Tease and Raw. So you're getting into your more dark, less muted colors, more browny, I feel like, than the first half of the palette. Still beautiful, of course. And I would say that those colors would give you a really nice smoky effect. Now there's two more. It's one more shimmer and another matte. So this last shimmer is called Charmed. A nice, again, creamy formula, much like Crave and Fantasy. See that instant pigmentation. These glitters, the shimmers are beautiful. They really are beautiful. And this last shade is called Teddy. And I feel like what's also nice about this palette is that the way they have it set up, there is a shimmer next to the corresponding color. So I feel like all the shimmers are next to one or two colors that they would look perfect with. There's so many different color combinations you can make with this palette. You can go crazy, you can go bright, you can go deep. You know, you can do anything you want. You can make it look really natural. I think if you just used a little bit of Play and Teddy, which is this bottom corner here, and the brighter peachy color, you can have just a really nice, simple look. And if you wanted to boost it up, you could add a little bit of Crave in your inner corner, or even in half of your lid, and I think it would look beautiful. So many looks, so many different looks. And I am all for Huda Beauty. I love their consistencies in the product. I have another Huda Beauty palette. This is called the Rose Gold Remastered palette, and it's completely set up different, but I love it just as much. You can see that I've gotten a little more use out of this one. I've had more time to practice with it, but if you'd like any kind of swatches from this one, I'd be happy to do that for you. I also have the Too Faced Natural Lust and some drugstore brands as well. So just let me know what you guys are keen to see, and I would be so happy to do that for you. If you guys like the video, please follow, subscribe, and leave me a comment that I can reply to. All right? Have a good day, you guys. Bye. By the way, I just wanted to let you guys know that that was not a sponsored video. I just really do love the Huda Beauty palettes. I know I said it a lot in the video. I just think they're good pigmentation, they're good quality, and they are a bit expensive, but it's worth it as long as you just pick the right palette for you and what you're looking for. Go pink, go more neutral, go with the darker tones in the Rose Gold Remastered palette. Just wanted to let you know it's not sponsored. It's just I was very excited to get this new palette, and I just thought it'd be fun to give you some content. All right, bye.